Hello everyone. Today, we would like to talk about cross-presentation, an important mechanism in the immune system. Our topic is what is cross-presentation, and we will explain what it is, why it is important, and how it works. First, what is cross-presentation? Cross-presentation is a process in which dendritic cells take up antigens from outside a cell and present them on MHC class I molecules. Normally, MHC class I presents antigens that come from inside a cell. However, in cross-presentation, external antigens can also be presented on MHC class I. Here, we compare the normal antigen presentation pathways. Antigens produced inside infected cells are usually presented on MHC class I, which activates killer T cells. Antigens taken from outside the cell are usually presented on MHC class II, which activates helper T cells. But cross-presentation is special because it allows external antigens to activate killer T cells through MHC class I. So, why is cross-presentation important? The main biological role is to activate killer T cells. This is essential for fighting viruses and cancer cells, especially when dendritic cells themselves are not infected. Thanks to cross-presentation, the immune system can still detect dangerous antigens and start a strong immune response. The key cells involved in cross-presentation are dendritic cells. Dendritic cells are professional antigen-presenting cells. They capture antigens and present them to killer T cells, which then destroy infected or cancerous cells. Next, let's look at the overall process of cross-presentation. There are four main steps. First, antigen uptake. Second, antigen processing. Third, loading on peptides onto MHC class I molecules. Fourth, antigen presentation. I will explain these steps in more detail on the next slide. Let's go through these steps again with the diagram. First, antigen uptake. The dendritic cell captures antigen from outside the cell. Second, antigen processing. Importantly, during cross-presentation, these external antigens are transported into the cytoplasm. There, they are processed in a similar way to intracellular antigens. Third, loading of peptides. The processed peptides are then loaded onto MHC class I molecules, just like in the normal MHC class I pathway. Fourth, antigen presentation. Finally, the dendritic cell presents the antigen MHC class I complex on its surface, where killer T cells can recognize it. In conclusion, cross-presentation allows dendritic cells to present external antigens on MHC class I. This mechanism is essential for activating killer T cells. As a result, it plays a critical role in protecting our body against viruses and cancer. Thank you very much for listening.